All right, y'all, welcome back. This is my excavator's first official job, and it's a dangerous one. So as y'all can see, not but just a few feet above my excavator boom right here, well, those are high voltage power lines, and I'm not even extended out. I don't want to go any higher than that right there. So we've got a danger. All right, so we've had an issue, and I had to take care of it off camera. So right all in here, you see these trees that are now topped out and cut down? These trees over here were actually touching my power lines just a couple of days ago, arcing off, and the tips of the trees were actually burning and catching fire. That is a huge, dangerous problem right now, being that, well, we've been in a drought. Thankfully, we've got a couple rains recently. Look out here, it's nothing but pine straw on a big part of our property. All it takes is one of those arcs and sparks to get down in here, and our property is on fire. So I did the right thing. I called the power company because I'm not gonna touch a tree that was literally touching a line. They come out and they took the limbs off. I kinda wish they'd have took that one off. We may get it later, but I'm afraid it's starting to get a bit close and dangerous. And the guy asked, while I'm here, do you want me to go ahead and top these out real quick and drop them to the ground? I said, perfect, that's just what I want you to do. Now, realistically, in the future, I'm probably gonna have to open this up even more. When you plant these trees and they're 10 inches tall, you just don't realize how big they get. And we've got to keep a right-of-way here getting power back to the house. my goodness, y'all. I didn't realize what I was up against. Look at the mess of roots on these are called sand pines. So I was thinking they were gonna dig up easier than they did, and now I see what the problem is. Y'all, this one root in here is probably 8 inches across. Look at all this mess that I'm having to pop and break off. Insane amounts of huge roots. Look at that one over there, 6-7 inch root, all on a, well, maybe a 14-inch tree right here. Oh, these pine trees are something else. I think I'm gonna have much better luck getting out in the woods and pushing like oaks, and I thought those would be the worst, but these pines are insane. Y'all, I mean, look at my hand. Maybe that'll give you an idea how big, I mean, the roots are technically trees. Also forgot to mention, this is my first time ever running an excavator, by the way. It's the first job ever in my life. Oh, what a learning curve. Trying to figure out all these controllers. My lack of playing video games in my life is not helping me for once. This is tough to figure out, but I'll get better, and with time, I'll have it figured out, just like the tractors and all the other stuff. But you guys that can just run an excavator so smooth and awesome, man, I'm jealous right now. I tell y'all what, this Iron Bull dump trailer that I bought about a year ago has been such a huge help. And with all the clearing and dirt moving and stuff that we got coming up on the channel, I am going to get my money's worth out of this thing for sure. All right, for those of y'all that's watched the channel all these years, you know exactly where I'm at, out in the middle of our food plot right here, an area that we've just kept open and we plant and we do a little hunting on and everything else. I don't think I'm going to start putting in as big of food plots as I once did, especially for the dove side right here. And that's because the dove just really haven't showed up the last few years. I'm probably going to plant this here before long, even though I'm already late. Don't really care this year. But I have decided it's time. As much as I hate burning, burning scares me, I need a burn pit area. And we've got so much clearing coming up. Got a super secret project for y'all, by the way, that I need an area to start hauling debris to. And I think one of the safest ways to burn is I'm gonna come out here now that I have an excavator, dig a really deep hole, and I'll just start putting the brush in it. And as it reaches a certain point, burn it down and then stack more brush in it again and just keep repeating. Plus, I could really use the dirt that I can pull out of this hole anyways for all kinds of upcoming projects and repairs. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just gonna dump this on the ground, and then the plan is to come out here in this low area. I'm far enough away from all the tree line. I feel safe to burn out here. I'll bring my little firefighting rig out here, and I guess we'll start doing some burning in the future, only after we get really good rains and I feel comfortable I'm not gonna burn my beautiful woods down. All right, so here we are with the job complete. Now I'll admit we're probably going to be taking this tree out in the future. I'm going to watch it over the next year or two. There's several feet in between the limbs. We're probably going to have to push that one over and dig it up. And I didn't get this one cleared out down here, which it probably will need to be as well, but I'll tell you why in just a second. All right, so we are dug out. We got everything nice and leveled. All the debris cleaned up. Man, there was a lot more debris here than I realized. And I don't know if y'all seen, I already had the Bombalite mulcher on here. So I was like, well, let me use that because I had some slivers of stump still sticking up and some roots and all. So I was like, well, heck, if the mulcher's still on the tractor, I just backed in there and mulched up the last of some roots and a little piece of a stump sticking up, and that worked out awesome. Now, the reason I still had a little part of a stump over here is because I was digging so close to this tree. I know I've already gotten the roots of that, and hopefully I don't kill it, but honestly, this tree may have to come out anyways. And I'll admit, that big 24-inch bucket, I feel like I'm digging up way too much dirt in order to get to the stump. So I got a 12-inch bucket coming. That's mainly gonna be my firewood bucket, but it should be much better for stumps because you dig out a lot less. And I'm really contemplating getting a ripper tooth. That's why I saved one tree so we can do some comparisons. I just gotta make up my mind. I gotta see how expensive those things are, but I'm starting to think a ripper tooth might be the way to go, especially for stumps and trees. All right, that looks good. This area, that was a really big tree that we took out over here. And then had to fill in a pretty large hole here because again, I had to remove so much material with such a large bucket, but we got both those trees out. It worked pretty good. I just could not believe the roots on that one tree. Got some field hauled in here. I could probably smooth this out a little more, and I may just run back over it again with the bucket of the tractor. But what ultimately is going to happen, grass is just going to grow in here like it's out here, and I've even got some grass seed, and we're going to wind up mowing in here. Now we've got some thunderstorms on the way that'll be here in about 15 minutes. You see it's starting to get dark over there, so I got to wrap this video up, and that rain is going to help level and smooth all this out anyways. So this is the next tree we're probably going to take out. I can take it out pretty easy with the excavator bucket. We'll either try the 12-inch bucket on it for comparison results, or if I get a ripper tooth. But top's blown out from the hurricane last year, and it's just kind of getting out here in the way. All right, that was fun. Who doesn't love playing around with excavators, tractors, mulchers, all kinds of other equipment? Not that I wanted to have to take these trees out, but I want my power and my fiber optic internet worse than I want the trees right here. That's just part of it. So interesting, this was my first real job and pretty much my first time ever running an excavator. It's gonna take some getting used to. The controls, I am definitely not smooth. I've got to get my routine down. Practice makes perfect, as they say. So bear with me there, be easy on me. It's not difficult, but there's so many different ways you can move something. I've just got to get it in my head, and that's just gonna take time. All right, y'all, thanks for watching. I gotta go put all this equipment up before this storm gets here. We'll catch you on the next one.